You wake up tired. You had plans, big ones, and somehow none of them happened. Again. And you've been calling yourself lazy for years. But what if I told you laziness doesn't actually exist, and what's really happening inside you is something much darker and much more important? Stop! Before you call yourself lazy one more time, I need you to hear this. Because that word, lazy, has been used against you your entire life. By teachers, by parents, by that voice inside your head that never seems to shut up. And it's a lie. Not a small lie. A fundamental, devastating, life-altering lie that has been keeping you stuck for years. Here's what's actually happening. Your brain, the most complex object in the known universe, is running on empty. Not because you're weak, not because you don't care, but because somewhere along the way, you were asked to carry more than any human being should have to carry. And you did it. Quietly, without complaint, until one day, you couldn't anymore. Psychologists call it emotional exhaustion. And it doesn't look like you think it does. It doesn't look like crying in a corner. It doesn't look like falling apart publicly. It looks like scrolling for hours when you meant to work. It looks like starting things and never finishing them. It looks like knowing exactly what you need to do and being completely unable to make yourself do it. Sound familiar? That's not laziness. That's a nervous system that has been in survival mode for so long, it forgot what safety feels like. Think about what you've been through. The relationships that took everything and gave nothing back. The jobs that demanded your soul and paid you just enough to keep showing up. The family expectations that turned your dreams into obligations. The friendships that were really just slow drains disguised as connections. You absorbed all of it. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every moment where you smiled when you wanted to scream. And your brain kept score. Every unprocessed emotion, every boundary you didn't set. Every time you said yes when your entire body was screaming no. It's all still in there. And your brain, trying to protect you, shut down your motivation. Not to punish you, to save you. Because a body that won't move can't be hurt again. This is why discipline alone never works for emotionally exhausted people. You cannot willpower your way out of a wound. You cannot hustle your way through a nervous system that is begging you to stop. So what do? First, you stop calling it laziness. Words matter. The story you tell about yourself becomes the cage you live in. The moment you replace "I am lazy" with "I am exhausted and I deserve rest," something shifts. Not everything, but something. Second, you find the source, not the surface exhaustion, the deep one, the one that started long before the deadlines and the to-do lists, the one that has a face, a memory, a specific moment where something inside you decided it wasn't safe to try anymore. That's where your energy went. Third, you stop performing recovery. Rest doesn't mean scrolling. Rest doesn't mean numbing. Real rest is uncomfortable at first, because real rest means sitting with yourself, without distraction, without noise, and letting your nervous system remember what calm actually feels like. And fourth, you protect your energy like it's the most valuable thing you own. Because it is. Every person who drains you, every environment that shrinks you, every obligation that has nothing to do with who you actually are, is stealing from an account that is already overdrawn. You are not lazy. You are someone who gave too much to too many people for too long. And the most radical thing you can do right now is finally give some of that back to yourself.